to the captain's quarters.
And
Hunter, if you want to start, go for it.
welcome to episode 9 of Captain's Quarters here with everybody. Got a big 6-person podcast this week. Looking good. We got Greasy Sunday going on hardcore. And we've got our special guest. It's Father's Day special guest Nazarator. Is that it?
Yes.
Nazarator. And Kalen's back from his cross-country drive. So we got a lot to talk about this week. But
awesome.
I'm also really excited. You guys missed some hot action. Ryan Lilly swung his webcam. His webcam wasn't working. He literally swung it around against the wall and it worked. So it's the second coming. We're doing it.
There's holes in the wall now.
Ryan's video is brought to you
percussive maintenance.
Sometimes hitting technology just works.
Although
It does.
Kalen's
It really does.
technology is not working for me. Is he frozen for anyone else?
Oh, God.
Oh, Kalen, yeah. Here we
Good
go.
start.
Here we
start.
go.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Very professional.
But yeah, so we have Cattle Pleasure Kalen here.
Hello.
We have what are you Crap Carl this week, Ryan?
Yeah, Crash Carl, a.k.a. Crap Carl.
Okay, aka Crap Carl. We have Sippin' on Syrup or Hunter down there.
Hi, everybody.
We have TF Ocelot or David. And then we have Nazarator. Nazarator. You know what? This is a weird thing. We'll do Nazarator's week last. That way she has a chance to see all ours. So I don't want to put her on the spot too early. Galen,
No.
how was your drive?
Yeah, so I drove across the country 2,500 miles or so, and that was with my parents of all people. So that was as you expect. But it was really interesting seeing. I mean, Iowa, Nebraska, and Wyoming were all just awful.
Wow.
How many games
up
of
until we
Ice
got to Utah and stuff. Boy, the scenery really took charge there. I was quite impressed.
Utah's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, Utah, Idaho, into Oregon. The scenery was awesome. Quite enjoyed that. But what was really interesting is just so I had to take a flight back yesterday. I was really surprised at the airports. Some people just flat out refuse to wear a mask, and just for no reason other than just trampling their rights
To own the libs, dude.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable to me. Something so simple, but whatever. People be beeful.
Do you want the communists to win, Kalen?
I guess
Yeah,
I do. I guess that's what that means. So
That's what that means.
that's just what's going to have to happen. But yeah, drive was excellent. Now I'm back home finally.
Very cool.
That's a long drive.
Did your parents do place nice?
Yeah, so we saw it on Thursday or so. They're living in an Airbnb right now, and place is quite nice. It's a new construction and all that stuff. And
Nice.
it's quite nice.
Did you see your brother while you were there?
No, because my brother lives in Canada, and as we all know about the United States and Canadian relation right now, and the border is closed, so we are unable to see each other.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so it's actually easier for my parents to see me, despite being on the other side of the country, than to see my brother, who is just 50 miles away
That's a little sad.
Yeah,
across
that's
the
sad.
border. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
Canada built-
at least gas
built
was
that
cheap
wall.
as fuck, though.
That was surprising. Gas was very cheap up until about Oregon or so, and I had a struggle moment there because I know Oregon you can't fuel your own gas.
Huh?
Like,
So
it just-
fucking weird.
I don't know. And I got gas, and I realized I never turned the engine off. So I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
I feel like the attendant failed me there. Is he there supposed to make sure I'm not fucking up there?
You're like a race car
And
driver.
he just never said anything, so he just fueled us up, and I tried starting the engine, and just kind of on the starter. And I was just,
Yeah,
oh, shit. All right,
Damn.
it throws your whole routine off. All right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Sure,
weird.
Yeah.
My
I
dad,
didn't
You
like
just,
that
like-
one over there.
Yeah.
Did you burn out of the gas station after you did that?
Oh yeah, made a scene.
How fucking funny would it have been if that's how Caleb dies? We find out that like gas station exploded all of a sudden.
Oh man.
Could have turned it into
I feel like he should have told me that. I mean, the car is not like silent.
I mean, to be fair, there's like 8 signs on the gas pump that says like "turn your car the fuck off" before you put flammable substances.
I was
into it.
focused on other things. I didn't know how this whole attendant thing works. If I have to go up to someone or they comes up to me.
Yeah, my dad's definitely told me a story about he was up in New Jersey and some dude came up to pump his gas, and my dad almost like beat the shit out of him because he thought he was about to like take his car.
Oh my god.
It's an aggressive.
Is it
Yeah,
weird?
aggressive
Did you have
steps on
to?
that one.
Do you tip them?
That's what I was.
I don't
wondering.
know. I
I
gave
think
him
you're
my.
supposed to. I think you're supposed to tip them.
I gave him
Yeah,
my
I hear
credit card.
You are, yeah.
Oh.
You're like supposed to hand them a couple bucks or something when they go. It's
That's
like
What's the purpose of that job? Is it for safety's sake, or is it?
Just to have a job. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a
I
job.
think New Jersey's justification for it was like safety. Like it's hard to screw up like pumping. Like I don't know. Like they wanted to make sure that like there was no way that anyone would be smoking or anything while they're like pumping or like lighting a match.
Citizens, remain calm. You are too stupid to literally do anything. We will actively do it for you.
But now New Jerseyans are useless once they go out of New Jersey, which
mean,
is like 10
it's kind of
feet.
hilarious.
It's not like it's a Resident Evil puzzle. It's pumping your gas, dude.
I know, but if it whatever. I fucked up. All right, I struggled.
Yeah.
Routine was off. Almost died.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Do you think that's going to carry over into like the electric car world, where someone's going to stand there for like 8 hours just holding it plugged into your car?
I hope so.
That's actually true though. Like, wouldn't electric cars like kill that industry entirely? Like, they just literally murder it. Like,
No, you have some guy in New Jersey that just stands outside your Tesla.
it just
For
puts,
8
like,
hours.
his head.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder if you have to like they make it so you have to push the button. You actually have to actively hold the button to get the electricity. Just to
Also,
be like,
the attendant.
I would tip that guy.
The attendant doesn't actually stand there. There's one attendant for like 8 pumps, so he's just constantly running around. So he doesn't
That's
actually
insane.
stand there holding it. So you know.
oh, do they actually lock the handles in, like in New Jersey and in Oregon?
It's in Oregon.
Like, he keeps
it's
pumping and he
exactly the
leaves?
same equipment. He just does it until the gas nozzle shuts itself off. So I don't
you
see how
guys-
it's
Oh,
any
interesting.
different.
Well, here in
Right.
Rhode Island, it's illegal to leave anything jammed in the handle. Like you can't actually lock the handle in like that in here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oregon,
Oh,
at least
yeah,
the
they do
one
that
place
all the
I
time
went
here in
to.
Georgia.
It's
Why are
weird.
there so many weird gas rules?
I can understand that non-locking bit though. I can
Right.
understand that.
Well,
Isn't
I
that
feel
part of
people,
the
like,
nozzle, though?
literally lock it out, and then they go into the store with their gas pumping into their car, like and they
Yeah.
walk in and shop
I
around.
do that. I do that all the time.
I do that.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, you're
do
those
that all the
people.
time.
Boo.
Part of the nozzle,
Those
though.
people,
You're the
it
reason for
stops
that.
itself.
It's part of the nozzle. If the nozzle, if it senses some kind of sprayback, I
He's
think it's
talking about the actual lever thing where normally
Yeah.
a piece of metal that you
Yeah.
stick out.
it
You put
unlocks.
the lock down,
nozzle-
and you're good. You walk in the store, you grab your shit, you come back, and your gas
nozzle
is fantastic.
is the same. It will still have the auto shut off once it covers the sensor port.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's against the law to leave a gas pump unattended in Rhode Island, so
Nope.
they just it's one of
You're,
those
you're living in fear, Ocelot.
Just do it.
I didn't vote for it. I'm just telling you what the facts are.
That's so
What
weird.
else happened, Kalen?
I got a green screen, so all this behind me is just an image.
Oh,
It's
God damn
actually
it.
Oh,
quite a clean apartment behind me.
nice.
Just to keep up the facade, you know.
Sure,
That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair.
You gotta
You gotta do it.
like deep clean it, then take like a really high resolution picture and just make your green screen it like super clean.
Yeah, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That would actually be really funny.
That would be hilarious.
And then you can pull up your green screen to your just horribly, just disgusting living room.
It's like twice as bad as what the image is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
poo on the floor?
Kalen, are those piss jugs, dude? Come on now.
Yes, those are piss jugs. It's a piss Tupperware.
Very cool.
Oh wow.
It's high
That's a
end,
lot.
high class. You know,
Wow.
they don't sell
Yeah.
that to just anyone.
All right, Ryan, how was your week?
My week was fine. I got back in school, so I'm doing a lot of studying, so that fucking sucks. But I did start watching was fucking marble racing. That shit slaps. I love that. I didn't realize how high quality that was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you watching the
Bell's marble racing?
Formula One or the one?
I don't know. There's a bunch of. It's awesome. They got a stadium and there's official announcers and stuff. There's marbles and stuff in the crowd, and there's all these different events. It's fucking sick, dude.
Oh yeah.
From what I understand, there's a whole lot of marble racing out there. So I just barely grazed the surface of
This
the
is
marble
what
world.
civilization has become when sports are no longer happening.
Dude, it's cool. It's really cool. Watch it. I thought it was lame, but then I sat down and it was like a rabbit hole for me. I watched one video and then I spent 8 hours watching this fucking marble footage.
I said on a previous episode that it's being propped up almost entirely by gambling because there's nothing to gamble on right now. So
It's so cute.
I'm fully expecting the national championship of slap tickling to be on ESPN right now or some stupid shit.
Slap tickling?
Yeah.
What is slap tickling?
I don't know, but I'd expect to see it on ESPN 3 right now.
You just made up slap tickling.
I just made up slap tickling.
Explain to me. I want to know in your head what you think slap tickling is.
Maybe you have high pain tolerance and you can only be tickled by slaps.
So you have two gentlemen or two women that are standing there and they're slapping each other to try to tickle each other.
Yeah.
No. There's two people on each team. One's the slapper and one's the tickler. And the point is to get the other team to forfeit before you do. And you have to combine your tactics of slapping and tickling.
Yeah, the first one to giggle loses.
That's
Okay.
That's amazing.
Let's make it happen.
So one person gets tickled and they also get slapped at the same time because you're trying to not to get them to giggle. Yeah, easy.
But you're also getting slapped and tickled at the same time. So it's a very competitive sport.
What would the restrictions be? Are you allowed two-handed tickle?
Two-hand tickles? No, two-hand tickles is the point. That's one of the main strats. You got to do the full body.
Yeah, well, the left hand is the tickle, the right hand's the slap. So you got some lefties coming in there hot with the big tickle action. Yeah,
it's better with two people facing each other, slapping each other, and behind them are the other two people tickling them from the opposite team.
Are they doing a general Grievous where their hands are going through the armpits and one of them slaps the trunk?
That would be pretty good, actually.
And so
That's
you win by,
one of the big strategies, yeah.
So you win by getting the other opponent to say we're done. I can't take the tickles.
No more tickles.
Yeah, these are too many tickles for this moment.
That's cool.
Did we just low-key create a sport? Because I think I think something just happened here.
Get your roommate and do the first slap tickle competition right now, Tom.
The issue is the coronavirus stuff. I mean, that's the whole point of all these.
No, everyone's involved has it.
Yeah.
You have to have
coronavirus.
coronavirus to do it.
Oh, okay. So the shortness of breath really kind of makes it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a challenge.
All right.
All right. A limited sport. Eventually, this virus is going to go away.
Listen, you don't have to worry about prevention if everyone already has it. So I mean, that's just big. That's just big brain.
That makes sense. Also, I'm continuing on with Rebels. That's a series that's getting better and better as it's moving on. It started out kind of being
Star Wars Rebels.
Star Wars Rebels, yes. And I started playing Persona 4 because that just came to the computer. We used to previously only be on the PS Vita. And that game is fucking good. So good. I don't know if any of you guys have played any of the Persona games.
I've seen it streamed. That's about it. But.
Yeah, I played 5, and that's it. And that game was super dank. So I was like, I'll give 4 a chance. And I think I like this one better. So and I'm pretty much just starting it, so I'll have more to say when I get further in. But no Juggalo news this week, as I did not listen to the news.
Unbelievable.
I know. I just got fucked by schoolwork, and I couldn't give my full attention to this album. I will tell you though, this is called Bizarre. This one, and it's a 2-part album. It's Bizarre 1 and Bizarre 2. The first one's spelled Bizarr. The second one's Bizarr. Two very similar names, but different tracks and stuff. And this is when the first gathering of the Juggalos happened. So I've been trying to find footage of it online, but I can't find anything that's decent quality.
The
So we'll see if
VHS tapes of the first Gathering of the Juggalos have been lost to time.
Yeah. So I think the headliner for, of course, ICP, and I think Vanilla Ice was the other one. So
Oh my god.
yeah. So yeah, well, I'll see if I can find some good footage, and I'll get back to you next week. But yeah, other than that, nothing really. Just doing some streaming.
Hell
My
yeah.
camera died, but we brought it back to life by slapping it around.
Yeah, we just Frankenstein the shit out of your camera tonight. It's great.
Yeah, I've been doing streams without the camera, but now that it's back, I can do that.
Good.
Well,
I
that's
don't know if you
good.
can consider it back.
Look, it's working. Do you see
Yeah,
it?
you look great. You haven't had any problems.
Boom.
Can't
I
argue
say it
with
was
man.
a successful revival.
Hunter, how was your week?
Well, first, kind of sucks, and I don't want to bring it down too much, but my dad got admitted to the fucking hospital.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Shit.
He had an angina, which is like an angina something. It's kind of like a light heart attack, like a diet heart
Okay.
attack.
Yeah, I think it's
And-
hardening of a artery near the heart.
yeah.
Something.
Sorry to hear that.
That's rough.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. He's in the hospital right now, and he's got to get a stint on Father's Day, which fucking sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
So-
rough, man.
But other than that, man, I've been fucking working from home, and you know what? I think the biggest thing that happened this week in my life was Belle Delphine came back, and
Wow.
she's really been helping me through everything going on with my dad right now.
Sure.
And
Jesus Christ.
She's a constant source of inspiration in my life, and I can see
Yeah.
that's carried over to you.
yeah, she, in my darkest times, she really brings me out
Yeah.
of like just the hole, and I would
Sure.
do anything. I've donated thousands of dollars to her,
Yeah.
and
Do you
Yeah,
have a tub
sometimes-
full of her bathwater too, so that you can get it?
Yeah.
in whenever?
I bought a couple of them, and I've been vaping them, and
Okay.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on
I-
now.
I'm holding on to some of it. Some of it's in my safe next to my passport for doomsday scenario where
Sure, just in case.
yeah, but she's really been helping out a lot, and it's $35 a month for her OnlyFans, and
Mhm.
I you can't put a price on happiness, and
No.
it's just something that's really come out to be a positive right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could take that in stride with the help of Belle Delphine.
Yeah. But in actuality, she did come back with a music video that was it was a kind of a parody, I guess, to Tekashi 6ix9ine's recent single. And
Very
Yeah.
nearly nude in that video. Very nearly
cool.
nude.
very sexually suggestive. And yeah, I kind of lit the internet on fire for a second there. It was so funny seeing fucking Anthony Fantino do a review of like it was a real fucking song. And
Yeah.
everybody was just fucking dogging on it, just saying it was garbage, and it made Tekashi 6ix9ine look so good. I don't know, man. It just I thought she got arrested. I don't know what happened with her. Where did she go?
Who knows? She's not going to tell us.
Yeah, she's not going to tell us.
She
I'm sure if
probably
we got
made like a couple $100,000 and was like, I'm just going to fucking vibe for a few months and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny,
I would do that. But she's
Yeah.
rolling in the dough.
The biggest thing people tell you to do if you get a shit ton of money is literally like get an attorney and then just like go into hiding for like half of a year. Like that's what I would do.
But this is more like gradual. It's not like a lottery or like inheritance. It's gradual.
I
Just
don't
get-
know, dude. Like when she blew
blew
up,
up.
like she
Yeah.
got so much money, dude.
Oh yeah,
Like stupid amount of money.
yeah.
Are we-
She. I wonder how many views that video has now.
It's probably a lot. Do you think we're ever going to get the Gamer Boy bathwater?
That's what I
I mean,
want.
I'll put it out there. Why not?
I don't know, Ryan. I feel like that's you telling the universe something that you could do. You know,
You got a bathtub? You got
Yeah.
you look like you need a bath.
Captain
Maybe
Billy
it's time to take a
bathwater.
bath.
I guarantee at least one beard hair in each gallon jug you get. I
Oh
don't know.
God.
It's called like man stank or something like that. Just sell it to the masses.
There you go.
I wonder what
How many?
the resale value on
male
Belle
bathwater?
Delphine's bathwater is.
Well, my question is, do you think it's authentic? Do you think she actually got in the bath and had somebody taking fucking water out and putting it in little jars? Or do you think she just put water in jars and said, I took it back?
Water or put like a little bit of perfume, something to make it.
She definitely perfumed the water. I mean, you have to have some kind of smell.
Analysis on it, and they found no human anything in there.
God, imagine working at a DNA sequencing plant and this is your fucking job.
Right.
I went to college for this.
Sent it in for authenticity check. They're so stupid.
I'd be hyped if that was my job. We're getting some of the Delphine water and you gotta analyze it.
You gotta keep a little in your back pocket too.
Yeah, gotta keep a little bit of that.
It's rare.
I wonder what the resale value on it is.
It probably. What the fuck was that
noise?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing important.
What the fuck was
is
that?
There a man in your closet, Ryan? Is that what's happening?
That legitimate.
It was a plate that fell over. It didn't break.
That legitimately sounded like somebody screaming for their life.
It sounded like someone came in your room and screamed as loud as they could.
Oh, no, that's just the plate falling over. We're good. There you go.
Just quickly adjust camera as a bloody trail, somebody's sliding a body next to him.
Don't, dude, just pay no attention to that.
Oh, so this is why the webcam wasn't working, Ryan. I get it. All right.
People die.
Other than Belle Delphine pulling me out of depression, it's another fucking week in quarantine, dude. I'm not doing shit. Fucking Austin is exploding in cases right now, so I'm not doing anything. And Austin, I just read this right before we started this, but Austin Metro is the 5th most growing COVID hotspot in the United States right now.
Oh yeah, brother.
So I love this place, but it's just fucking hippies that think that they're going to solve coronavirus with fucking essential oil, and then real right-wing conservatives that don't believe in coronavirus. And it's just this fucking horrible quagmire of nobody caring about this at all. So it's fucking ridiculous.
Going for the highest score, baby.
Yeah. And also, I'm pretty sure it's one of the #1 cities for anti-vaxxers, which is it's in the same boat of hippies that think they can curse away fucking diseases with essential oils, and then right-wing media getting all their news from Facebook and shit like that. And I don't know, man. This place it's a lot of fun, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's rough. Well, it sounds like you've had quite a week, Hunter.
Yeah. I was 100% convinced I had coronavirus this week, and I could not get a test to save my fucking life. So
that's sad.
So now you just become a grease boy because you can't get tested.
Yeah. So now I'm just gonna let the grease take over.
Grease. Yeah.
Yeah. Greasy boy podcast.
Yeah.
There you go. Easy.
David, how was your week?
Decent. It was a decent week. Worked a bunch. Construction's back in full swing, even though coronavirus is still happening. So people still want you to come in their houses and be a complete stranger and put your hands over everything, breathe on everything,
As you
people
do.
like that. So
As you do.
worked a full work week this week, off of unemployment after, a couple months of it. And then streamed for the first time in a year yesterday, which was kind of cool. Work came out pretty good. I didn't screw up. Nothing went wrong, so it was good.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I avoided saying any N-words,
Well,
good for you.
Struggle with the career right on day
Good
one.
for you.
Wow.
So it's great, yeah. Mission accomplished.
Better than most.
Right. I was supposed to dive today, but we ended up scrubbing it because neither of us woke up in time to do it. So we both were just like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna do it some other time during the week. So we didn't dive today. But that's been pretty fun. What else did I do this week? I don't actually remember. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I had a pretty boring week this week.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, you're working, bro, paying those bills.
Yeah,
It happens.
It's true. But yeah,
All right, Naz, how was your week?
It's good. Didn't do much.
No, just been binge watching anime.
No, actually, I work a full-time job, so I've been working a lot.
Have you
been working from home?
No, I've been on job sites a lot. We've had a lot of like a boom in the industrial construction industry, so like it's been insane. Like we've got so many jobs going right now, and I'm always on the site, so it's fun.
It's pretty legit.
Yeah. So it's been cool. We just completed 2 of them, but like we're obviously doing I think like 6 more right now, so there's a lot. Yeah, so
I guess that makes sense. A lot of companies kind of are idling a lot of their equipment so they can afford a lot of downtime for replacements, repairs, improvements, all that stuff. I didn't think about that.
Like a lot of like corporate offices are like minimize the amount of people that are there, so they're doing like all of their construction work right now to try and like, just for people to come back and stuff, and so they can like already have it done and not have to do it while everyone's there. And then a lot of companies are expanding because of like their online presence and stuff. So
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Are the New York subways open right now? Subways can't be open right now, right?
You would have to keep them open.
Does anyone here live in New York?
No, but like I remember they closed them for a time, and I'd seen an article about like they've been meaning to upgrade and like redo like the New York subway system for like 9 years now, but like when's a good time to shut down the subway for like 7 days? You just can't.
Well, you would have to shut it down in sections.
Right.
I mean, they would have to have the subway open for a while because, I mean, that's going to affect a lot of people.
Right.
Because you can't just shut it down without saying, no one's working, whenever a lot of people are still working. You have to commute, especially certain communities.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was kind of a random question. You can continue on your week. My bad, dude.
Nothing else happened really. I just took my dog to the vet today, but that's it.
You're a Twitch streamer, right?
Yes, I am.
What games do you play?
Counter-Strike mainly.
Counter-Strike, nice.
Oh.
The game that Tommy hates.
It's a horrible game.
That game.
Have you tried Valorant?
I don't like Valorant. No,
Oh, wow.
I'm really
Me
picky with
either.
the games that I play. I don't know. And yet I like choose. My favorite game is Bloodborne, so I play that a lot. But I
Nice.
yeah, I
That's
don't
a
know.
great game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I have like a big like tattoo on my thigh of like Dancer from Dark Souls. Like I don't know. I love Souls games, so it's like
Yeah,
Nice.
Tommy, did you tell her that we're playing through the Souls games?
Yeah,
Or
we've been doing a Dark Souls 1 playthrough, and it's been destroying me mentally.
Yeah, don't.
and physically.
It's terrible.
huh?
Just
Don't
kidding.
what?
Don't watch it.
Yeah, I literally just got done editing together a part that's 68 minutes of literally me just dying to the same boss like 19 times.
Holy hell.
That's pretty cool.
People
Yeah.
like to see that though. I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, I
wanted
broke
to
like
die
4
several
controllers on
times.
stream at one point. Like we've all done it.
Yeah, Artorias definitely made Tommy's bitch.
Well, Ryan's over here being an asshole. Ryan's feeding into this shit like, oh, hey, Tommy, why are you struggling with this boss? Have you seen the dude that's like beat this game with bananas? And I was like, oh, cool, Ryan. Yeah,
Well,
let's
I'm
see
saying
fucking
is Donkey
Banana
beat the
Boy
game with
come in
Donkey
here.
Kong bongo drums. If someone can beat with Donkey Kong bongo drums, why are you struggling to beat Artorias right now?
Oh my
An actual
god, I was
controller.
kidding.
Have you seen that? He just fucking bangs on his bongo drums and he beats the game in record time.
Fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
actually amazing.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm like 16 deaths down. I'm like screaming at From Software, and
You know how many deaths it was?
I think it was 19.
19? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny the way like he beat it too. It was like after the game had just crashed, and we were like, "Oh, well, this is fucking we're fucked here" because we're out of like Estus Blast, or we were low on them, and he ended up beating it anyways.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of the DLC. And,
But that's fun. I've been
first
meaning to get, Dark Souls 1, Solaire's Moon, or Sun, excuse me. You know, like the sun dude, Naz?
I haven't played Dark Souls 1 since.
He's in all of
Long
them.
time ago.
Solaire's like the
Praise the sun guy.
praise the
Yeah.
sun, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, that sun that's on him, I've been meaning to get that tattooed as a sleeve for a while now.
The really sassy sun.
Dude, it's the sassiest sun I've ever seen in my life, and I love it so much.
Yeah, he doesn't even care. He's just.
Did you say you're gonna get it tattooed as a sleeve? It's just
I
gonna be a bunch of suns?
want to get an entire sleeve done of all the YouTube Let's Plays that we do.
No, I want the sun's face just stretched out over your
That's
arm.
what I kind of thought he meant.
Yeah.
Like, or like a bunch
Yeah.
of different suns. with a
Super
bunch of
low
different
JPEG
faces.
and stuff.
Yeah, dude, horrible pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see a tattoo that's just like stretched out over someone's skin.
It just looks like somebody put you in Microsoft Paint and then just pasted it around your arm.
You just look like a Minecraft model at that point.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the Minecraft model.
Amazing.
Oh, I also got a tattoo this week. That's another thing.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Oh, did you?
shit.
How did that
Yeah, I
go?
It going well. I usually go every month, so they just
How
opened
was-
back up.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Yeah. What is the procedure there? What was?
Not really anything different, just having to wear a mask. Most artists are only doing like 5 to 8 hours. Like I go to like a really like intense artist. Like he was on Ink Master and stuff. Like he's this like really, I don't know, like pretty famous
Cool.
dude.
That's pretty
Yeah.
And but he knows me and he's doing an anime sleeve for me. And
Cool.
so I was like, I'm not doing 5 hours. Like there's no fucking way I'm doing 5 hours. He was like, oh, okay, I'll just do 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. And I'm allergic to tattooing, so it's been a rough
Oh,
fucking week.
shit.
Jesus, what are you doing?
You go
I just-
every week or every month and you're
I go every
allergic to
month,
tattooing?
yeah.
Gotta get
Wow.
it. Gotta get the.
Are you a
Like,
masochist?
finally come down. and
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
play Dark
"Everyone."
Souls. I think anyone who plays Dark Souls is
That's
probably
fair.
like
I
somewhat
do a
of
lot of
masochist.
things. I mean, I've been awake for 26 hours at this point, so I think that's a pretty fair point.
No.
You guys are insane.
What we do to be alternative.
Yeah.
The one tattoo I have, I got because I traded somebody a bicycle for it. And
Oh no!
It's a good tattoo though. It looks
I
good.
like
I'll show it to you real quick.
Hold on. Let's see if this works.
Oh, well,
Oh, it's not. It's actually pretty
that's
good.
kind of cool. Yeah, it's like a wireframe whale. Yeah, that's cool.
So I was really poor in college, as most are.
Yeah.
And I was training to be a whitewater raft guide, so I didn't have a job because I had to drive to Tennessee every weekend. And I would supplement my income by selling my blood plasma and selling everything I own on Craigslist. So,
Oh my God.
Jesus,
Jesus
Christ.
Christ, dude.
yeah, dude, just fucking, I was getting milked for my lifeblood and, you know, typical college stuff. We all did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And
Who
so,
here hasn't sold their bodily fluids for money?
dude, I'm telling you, man, at least in Athens, it felt like everybody around me was selling their blood. It was a very strange time.
Gotta pay for beer somehow.
You gotta pay for beer somehow.
Hey, you get drunk faster. I mean, shit.
They had like one of the plasma donation centers in downtown Athens, not too far from the school, and it felt like practically everybody that went to UGA was selling their blood at one point in college. But so I had a bike I put on Craigslist, and I had a tattoo artist in Atlanta message me and say, "Hey, bro, I'll give you half of what you want for the bike and a small tattoo." And I said, "Okay, well, show me what you fucking do," because I wanted a tattoo at the time. And he sent me some pictures, and I thought they looked good. So I was like, all right, well, fuck the price. Just give me a normal tattoo, and I'll give you the fucking bike. And he was like, all right, cool. So I go get the tattoo, and I come back, and then I think 3 days later, I try to sell blood plasma, and then they banned me for life because I got a tattoo, and I didn't tell them.
Damn.
So I shut off that income, and then the first thing they tell you not to do is expose the tattoo to sun and get it wet, and then I immediately drove up to Tennessee for whitewater raft guide training.
Oh my god, dude.
All around dumb move, but
A lot of good decisions there.
Yeah.
yeah.
What does the tattoo have to do with the plasma? Like, what's the
Well, Georgia in particular.
I get like hepatitis.
Yeah, Georgia in
Oh,
particular. Most states, if you get a tattoo, you're not supposed to give blood for a year. Specifically, Georgia though, it's a 2-year ban because apparently we don't have like really up to date like health standards for tattoos that other
Jesus
states
Christ.
require.
I feel like this is kind of a health scare that doesn't really exist. Like it's a moral panic more than anything.
I mean,
Maybe.
dirty
I don't know.
equipment
That
can
seems
lead
pretty
to.
serious.
I mean, a dirty needle
Yeah.
can lead to sepsis. Like it.
I did it at that guy's house, so
Oh,
but he was very professional.
oh, that's good.
I've
And when
had
I
a
went-
tattoo at some guy's house before too. I feel that we've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there 4 a.m, drunk as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I'll
getting
get a butterfly on the tip of my penis. Why
Put a
not?
whale. Put a whale right here, because I'm a whale. You get it?
Yeah.
I literally on Halloween, this guy like put up a flash sheet and there was like a bunch of ghosts on it, and he was like, I hand poke tattoos in my house. So I paid the guy $15 and he gave me a ghost on my tit.
There you go.
Okay.
There
Yeah,
you go.
all right.
Ghost tit.
Just-
Yeah.
Are you covered? You just
No,
that's why you were-
one of my arms is like pretty, it's like getting there. So,
Okay.
Oh wow.
and then my back is pretty covered, and then my thigh is, yeah. But
All right. That's cool.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Do you have one of Mojo Jojo?
wouldn't that be nice? No, I don't. I wish.
I see him in the background there.
I know he hangs out on like the VR stand. Like those are like the things for the VR. So.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a Nicolas Cage movie because I'm a terrible human.
Unbelievable.
We can't have.
You
have so many movies to
Commit
watch.
to the weekly.
On
You have one job, Tommy.
Listen. Oh, I'm sorry.
Watch that
I'm
movie.
sorry that we tried to do this last Wednesday. You know, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to be the bigger man as I normally am.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I've watched. Naz has given me a list of animes to watch, though. And I have almost watched the entire show of Haikyuu at this point.
So good.
It's
So good.
pretty fucking good.
So good.
It's sports anime. It's just sport anime things. They're
I
great.
fucking
Is
hate
it like
sports, and I just love
Volleyball anime.
It's volleyball. It's fucking great, dude.
I fucking
Nice.
hate sports. Love that anime. It's so good.
Fair
There's some really good ones. Hajime no Ippo is a good boxing one. It's fucking great.
You're on Ice is a good ice skating one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you'd like it, but it's really good.
I mean, I'll give anything as long as it's not like super gross, sad slice of life. I'm okay without it.
No, it's just ice skating.
My roommate watches a lot of anime, and it like like some of the stuff he watches is like super heart wrenchingly sad, and I'm like, I can't watch this, dude.
Like Violet Evergarden and like
Yeah,
My
like I
April
can't
type shit.
handle this. I watch radio and I cry, dude. Like I can't handle it.
I do cry when I watch radio. I'm not.
What is radio? What am I missing?
You remember that movie from like 2004? Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays. Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
a mentally disabled guy that rides a bike around with a radio in it.
and he has a radio. He plays
Yeah.
football.
Everyone knows him as radio. I don't know.
And he gets
It's basically
arrested,
the whole movie.
and then we all
It's like-
cry.
yeah, it's basically the whole.
Is it an anime?
Yeah, it's
No,
an
Yeah,
anime.
it's a really good anime.
Yeah,
It's actually 2003, not 2004.
Oh wow.
I legit ugly cried the first time I watched that movie.
I remember watching that movie in like a middle school. Like we all watched it in the gym in middle school. I don't remember why that was happening.
That's a terrible movie to show a bunch of children.
but- yeah, like everybody was sad in the gym, and
Oh my god.
I think it might have been like a last day of middle school kind of thing or something. Because I remember everybody had pizza and Kool-Aid, and we were watching radio, and it's just. Why are we doing this?
At least
Why
watch
is
like
this
We
the
Are
movie we're
Marshall or something. Watch something that's like I guess. Oh,
I feel like Kool-Aid's a terrible idea because it stains.
what?
Yeah, just all around. Yeah, Kool-Aid's a bad idea.
What
Yeah.
else did you give them though? Like water?
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
Kind
kids,
of boring.
yeah, here's your water, kids.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry we couldn't afford to flavor this for you.
You probably don't want to give them pop because there's caffeine, and then like
Oh,
water
pop.
is just.
Jesus Christ.
Just
What?
Neo, make Neo in the water. That would work. Low calorie,
Yeah.
no caffeine.
Sure.
I think Mio could still stain.
I'm sure it could.
Ew, Mio's gross. Oh no.
Wait, what is
talking
it?
about?
Mio,
Mio's-
the fucking like squeezy things that you put in the water, that shit's nasty.
You jazz up your water a little bit.
Hmm.
Make it
Do you
sexy.
only like pop, Naz?
I love Coca-Cola. Vanilla Coca-Cola. I have one every day. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
I love vanilla Coke.
Right.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
So good.
I live in Atlanta, so I'm like legally obligated to drink Coca-Cola.
Have you been to the World of Coke, Naz?
Yes, I have actually.
Okay.
I was 18. I think I was 18.
Yeah? Did you try all the
What is
different
this
flavors?
Did you try all
I
of them?
did. I tried every one of them.
Some of them are straight fucking garbage, dude.
Some aren't pleasant. Some are really good though. So
Some
it's like,
some literally taste like soda strained through a cardboard, like a paper bag. It's so bad.
Have you ever tried like Coke from like the 20s or like pre-70s?
like
With the cocaine in it?
with cocaine?
Yeah, well, it's like, but like, have you ever tried it?
Only a little bit.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's like it's all like not fizzy anymore, but like it's fucking.
Well,
good.
you mean when
can
it's
go,
like the
into-
syrup? You're talking about like this,
Yeah,
yeah.
No, like it's like you buy the bottles of Coca-Cola from like pre-70s, and it's like genuinely so much better.
So you have like it has to be authentic from before the 70s.
Yeah,
They
So
still have
you've
that.
driven a 50-year-old soda?
yeah.
That sounds
Wow.
kind of gross.
I'm
When
alive.
did they stop putting the cocaine in it?
I think 70s. Wasn't it like 70s or 80s? Like
It
late
could-
There's no
70s?
way. Cocaine was illegal in the 70s. We all knew what
Yeah.
cocaine was.
I don't think they outlawed it in the production of Coca-Cola.
I think they stopped like giving people cocaine medicine supplements in like the 30s.
I don't know.
But they still prescribe Adderall, and Adderall's a
Right,
amphetamine.
right.
I-
Well,
I
yeah,
think it
but
was just
morphine
Coca-
was the big thing.
I think it was just the coca leaves too, so I don't know if that was different. I think they like there's a process with the coca leaves that they mush it down to like some kind of a. I don't think it's straight up cocaine that they put in
Well,
coke.
yeah, it's not like processed like powder.
Yeah, they
They
just like
just-
put
yeah.
like the powder in the coke. Just take it out.
Sprinkle a little,
I don't think they
and
do
then they
that.
kiss the bottle, and then they put it on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So for those wondering,
Straight from
1929
Colombia.
is apparently the last year they put cocaine.
Oh shit, I was wrong. But no,
So
I had a
you're-
coke from the 20s, so I've still had like
Wow.
Nice. Did it feel like you were on cocaine?
no. It
No?
tasted really flat, but it was really good.
Okay.
I can't fathom
find
putting
them.
something older than 80 years old. 80 years old.
Do you not
in my-
drink
Yes.
aged wine?
Tommy,
How
you're
much
the
money
one
do you
who
think
bought,
I
like,
have, lady?
gallons of bad bought.
I drink a lot of
Yeah.
aged wine.
Like at this point, I think that would be 90-year-old Coke, wouldn't it? Like that's kind of
Yeah.
insane.
That's
That's-
cool.
That's pretty cool.
It is kind of cool.
Wait, what?
Like, I drink, like-
what are you saying,
I'd have someone
Caleb?
else do it. I'd have someone else try it.
You're
first.
saying you're not going to put really old stuff in you, which I mean you could construe however you want. But you're the person that bought like
Got
a
him.
massive amount of bad alcohol.
It
That
was
was-
unopened vodka, which has alcohol in it. It's not like it's a soda pop where there's not alcohol to like help kill some of the germs over time.
Some of those look like they were cadavers.
There was
inside.
definitely some shit floating around the
yeah,
bottom.
there was. It was nasty.
No.
Oh,
What
Yeah.
kind of vodka did you buy?
So I
much.
don't know if I've explained
Oh,
this.
labels were torn off.
I don't know if I've explained
Wait.
this story on stream or not, or on podcast. A coworker's son's friend's dad owned a liquor store from like the 60s. It got foreclosed on in like 2011. Coworker's son's friends inherits it from his dad who passed away, sells it to coworker's son's other friends, and says, listen, everything in it's yours. I just have it cleared out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Coworker's son gets introduced to this, takes everything, goes in there with like 4 U-Haul trucks, empties out an entire liquor store that's been full since 2012, but hasn't been touched. You know, beer signs, you're talking everything.
Shit.
Coworker says, hey, you know, my son kind of got it, like, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, do you guys want any of this shit? And I was like, listen, dude, I got $250. I could go pick it up today. There's 215 bottles of vodka for $250. And it ranges from like the airplane bottles to half-gallon ones.
What brand?
I don't, like, there's this, I don't know, here's one, Gilby's. I don't know.
It's really, really weird.
like
There's
some of
like
this-
100 different brands.
Some of the shit's
my God.
Ryan, you're dying. Ryan's
Oh
being.
no, he's
Ryan's-
fading
Here it
into the
comes.
abyss.
I
Ryan,
also
No.
bought some bourbon from that same dude.
Ryan, come back.
well,
So, do you
okay.
guys remember way back when you're a kid, you're 8 years old, and you're hanging out with your best bud, and you're running through the forest, whatever you do, dig a hole, catch frogs, whatever.
What?
Like make a dam in the river,
Joust with
whatever you
trampoline
did
poles.
as a kid. In this random forest, you see a giant old house, and you say, "Oh, look at that! Let's go in there." And then, like a few steps before you reach the back door of that house, you see in the corner of your eye there's something glass in the corner of your eye. You go up to it and you uncover it. It's like an old bottle filled with dirt and all that stuff. The glass is all marred and opaque, and this is what Tommy's backyard looked like.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Just those bottles that you would pick up as a kid whenever you found a really old burned down house 20 feet into the forest behind it where some alcoholic drunk just threw it off into
I definitely did look like a super alcoholic hillbilly because we at the time we were living in a converted barn, so the front half was converted into a house, but the back half was still like a barn. And so the back half, I literally just had like hundreds of bottles of vodka just strewn around this barn,
Oh my god.
like an old
Pretty
sofa
cool.
out there. So like there were Christmas lights all over the barn. So like you look back there, it looks like, oh man,
Yeah. Paradise.
yeah, it was
I
great.
still have the bottle that you gave me. I never opened it. I can't remember where I put it.
It's probably threw it away, and that's probably for the best.
I'm pretty sure I still have it.
That dude, though, he had like 600 bottles of American and Canadian whiskey that he also got from this liquor store. He got it appraised, and some dude bought them all for like $15,000 from the guy.
Damn.
Nice.
So I took
Yeah,
what bottles I thought were nicer and kind of put them to the side, but the ones that are like really gross, I'm drinking because I have a problem. But it's fine.
Why
Sure.
wouldn't you like throw them away if they're gross?
Because it's free vodka.
I mean, just the outside of them.
Just go to the store and buy more vodka.
Yeah, but you already have the vodka.
Yeah.
No, don't drink something you don't like. Ew.
Does Tommy
No,
look
well,
like
you
Gets you drunk.
Do I
Yeah, you mix it with enough-
do I look like I have self-control, Les?
So it's just Tommy just drinking horribly old vodka in his barn, just wishing he could go buy more modern day alcohol.
I've seen it.
That you could use
I've seen it many
coffee filters
times.
to make it better. Like you could literally filter it through coffee filters if you wanted to, and you'd have better vodka. Like technically,
probably needed to do that too? 'Cause
yeah,
of the
it's true.
floating
You
thing.
want to filter it
Right,
anyway.
Yeah, I legitimately can't like have orange juice anymore just because of like the shitty screwdrivers I've had over the years. Like it's absolutely ruined cranberry juice and orange juice for me.
That's terrifying.
All right,
Yeah.
do we
Oh my
want to
God.
move over to our discussion points?
Sure. I added one,
All right.
by the way. I don't know if you saw me do that, but
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
don't
We'll
see
talk
it.
about it.
Oh, I'm scared.
First off, K-pop and TikTok teamed up to reserve seats at Trump's recent Tulsa rally, and they had the Trump administration convinced that there was going to be like a million fucking people at the BOK Center in Oklahoma, and only 6,200 people actually showed up. So,
fantastic.
yeah.
It's actually the result of that is the first time I've ever seen a U.S. Congresswoman use the word K-pop allies, like as
Yeah.
a, like thanks to our K-pop allies for shutting
Our
down that rally. And I'm like, what the hell?
I think that's a term that's going to come up a lot more in World War III.
Oh my God.
I kind of wish that like the stands were filled with like K-pop fans and they were dancing the entire time. Trump was doing his
I just
rally.
imagine the end of days. We're all bunkered down in Atlanta, and we're like, "What is that on the horizon?" And you just hear like K-pop music blasting. It's the K-pop allies.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
the Riders of Rohan or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, in
Love
fucking
Oh my God.
in that Netflix show that we were talking about with Kanye West having survival compound, the K-pop allies are definitely like the they prowl America looking for compounds to you could definitely connect the two. We have a Netflix show. We could propose this.
Naz, I don't know if you know this, but Kanye West has like a weird cult commune he's building underground in like Wyoming.
Has that been proven?
Yes.
Like,
It's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not a cult thing.
It's not really a cult, but it is a commune, yeah, an underground.
No one labels
Facility.
themselves as cults.
Yeah,
Other
there's
people
nothing
label
bad
people as cults.
That's
You're
true,
not a
actually.
cult until the ATF throws tear gas in and burns down your entire building. Then you're a cult.
Yeah.
You have to all die first, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just has to be a
Honestly,
giant
a little bit
U.S. cover-up of killing innocent Americans. Sorry, Waco changed me. Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up. But yeah, man. The K-pop allies definitely came through for us.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
So thank you, K-pop. Thank you,
very
TikTok.
Cool. Thank you, Zoomers. Very cool. You're doing.
Yeah.
But now, the rally, it was a whole weekend long event. There was live music. There were 50 guest stars that were supposed to come in, and it was a whole shebang. And
Was
people
Daughtry
were
playing?
Daughtry. I don't know.
Daughtry. Yeah.
Daughtry.
Chris Daughtry.
Chris
I don't
Daughtry.
know. I think Kid Rock making an appearance, and
Lord.
I could see people like Clint Eastwood and like other.
Ted Nugent,
Yeah, I can see Ted Nugent coming. But people were literally camping outside on the sidewalk waiting to get in for a couple days, like it was a fucking Dave Matthews concert.
So wait, was it like Trump Fest? Like a
Yeah, it
festival?
was pretty much like Trump Music Festival from what I've seen.
All right. That sounds awesome.
Middle of the coronavirus.
I would have loved to have gotten blackout and go to that.
Dude, people were just drinking on the sidewalk, like, woo, Trump! And then all the reporters are wearing masks, like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, good. I would have had a blackout for that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I imagine a lot of people were. So,
Yeah.
see what
I saw
happens.
photos
with
of
that.
a protester who had actually bought tickets to it, and she showed up with like the protest outfit and everything, and like fuck Trump and all this stuff. And they literally arrested her for trespassing, even though she had a ticket. They were just like, no, you can't come in.
No.
You. Everybody's having a good time in here. No.
Yeah, we're all drunk. Get out of here.
Harsh on our mellows, man.
Right.
Yeah, don't you? This is a fest, bro.
Yeah. This is a fucking
Trump-
fest, bro.
Trump Fest
You're messing with the vibes.
Slap the bag, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, if you look on r/LSD, I think one of the top posts is somebody taking acid into a Trump rally in 2016.
Oh, I think I've seen
And
that.
Oh my god.
it's detailed pretty well. He does a pretty good job of capturing what he fucking. It's pretty crazy.
God.
All right.
It's like I love
Cool.
those stories of people like the Act Like You Belong, where people just dress up in business suits and just walk out on like NFL stadium fields. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I could never do that because you have to have like balls of steel to be able to like pull off like a move like that. But
All that stuff makes me think is if you had a high res or a high those green vest, you could get in fucking anywhere.
And a ladder, yeah, just a green vest. And a
Yeah,
ladder.
just walk around with a ladder. Who stops the
Walking
guy
up
with?
to the
Nobody
middle.
stops to question the guy with the ladder. He's got ladder
So,
business.
Next bullet point is Crystalia grooming children for sex.
Yeah, that's a fun topic.
Yeah, that's super
I've never
fun.
heard of this guy.
Yeah, so first
you-
off,
You didn't know who Crystalia is?
Crystalia.
No.
If you're
I
big,
also
if
don't
you,
know who it is.
yeah, if you like stand up, then you still probably haven't heard of him. But he's guest appeared in like Workaholics and an episode of You, where he actually played as a pedophile on the Workaholics episode or the You episode.
And you. He's a pedophile in everything he does on the internet.
He's
That's
had
insane.
2 appearances. How is this guy like important?
He's just a stand-up comedian that's made the rounds.
Yeah.
He's been around for.
He's a
10
pretty
years.
popular stand-up.
I didn't hate his stand up. I didn't think it was the best, but
No, I
I liked him as a guy.
I liked his podcast way more than I liked his stand-up. But
It wasn't amazing. I mean, I wasn't laughing my ass off the entire time, but it wasn't
Right.
terrible.
yeah,
I can see why people don't like it though, because he's got kind of like the Dane Cook thing going on, where he's very loud.
I just hate his voice.
Expressive.
I hate that his whole stand-up is him just doing like, "Oh, this is my voice."
That's
He just
basically-
does-
yeah, Dane Cook.
His whole stand-up is just him making a stupid voice. It's
Yeah,
Right?
that's fair.
But he did come out and apologize and say that he got kind of like wrapped up in the lifestyle and
Being He's a pedophile.
so I don't know exactly. There's no solid evidence that he is a pedophile. There's a lot of really slimy behavior with him with like 18-year-olds and he came out and showed some screenshots of him DMing some 16-year-old, and then the second she said she was 16, he bounced off. But then there's also this whole thing kind of exploded on Twitter with somebody posting some screenshots of her when she was 16 and Crystalia was asking to like smash or something, and then a bunch of other people started coming in and saying, "Oh yeah, Crystalia did that to me too," and I don't know what to believe, but I don't think he's going to work for a while. And,
probably not.
Yeah.
He's definitely getting Louis C.K.'d right now, and To
be fair, though, like, it's not like people have enough time just to sit around and make up, like, 8 different victim stories. So, like, and I'm not, and it's like Chris D'Elia, or whatever his name is like the biggest stand-up comedian out there. So, like, I don't know. I feel like this doesn't feel like a weird, like, I'm going to get famous ploy. I don't know.
Right.
Well, he's definitely. I mean, he's pretty big. I mean, Justin Bieber says he's his favorite comic, or he did, he's done a bunch of big specials. He's on Netflix and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yes.
he
he's probably just taken off like just now, and then it's just like bam, done. So
yeah.
Yeah, but like I whenever I see people like apologize for shit like this, like it's not like you went on a date with a chick and you're like, dude, I'm fucking Chris D'Elia, bro, and you like might have overstepped your bounds a little bit, and then you're like, hey, dude, super not cool, super fucked up, I put you in that position. Like that's one thing, but like that's a complete beeline to be like, okay, so there's consensual women here, 16-year-old, like just there's a period there where like you have to groom these chicks, you have to practice this shit. Like this doesn't just like, oh well, I was in a club with her and she happened to be this. Like you're actively like looking for these people.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, it's true. He has a type apparently, and it's young girls. So,
yeah,
like, that's what it is.
Regardless of if he fucked a 16-year-old or not, the fact that he's talked to like women in that age bracket, it's just slimy. Whether the court of public opinion has already made their stance on this, and I don't see him doing anything for a while now.
See you in 3 years, Chris.
Yeah, see you, bud.
Yeah. Go to France like Louis did.
I still need to watch that special.
It's pretty good.
Great special.
The Louis C.K.
Louis'
special.
comeback.
I have it on my Google Drive if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I know. It's been on there for a minute. Are you admitting to piracy, Ryan?
No, I actually bought it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you
can
buy it.
If you get it from me, then you're the pirate. I bought it, so I admit to no piracy.
Don't admit blame to me.
I mean, do what you will with it.
Do you blame the fish for going after the worm? I don't know, Ryan.
What?
I don't
do what you will with that information. I'm not telling you to look at it, but it's there.
Did you just say a fish eating a worm?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the Louis C.K. special was the worm, Ryan to the hook, fisherman. It was
right.
dumb.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Fishing
about it.
uses a worm.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep, that's what you do. when you try to catch fish, you use bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are too.
Did you actually buy Belle Delphine's OnlyFans, Hunter?
No, I didn't spend $35 to see fucking a YouTube star shake her butt on the internet.
Well, from what I understand, it's literally the exact same stuff you see on your Instagram.
Yeah, so no, I'm not going to do that. Belle Delphine, I saw somebody post on Reddit that Belle Delphine is the equivalent of what a Reddit dude would do if he was a woman for a day.
Yeah.
It kind of feels
like if it was like an anime where he was like turned into like a fucking teenage girl kind of shit. That's exactly what a Reddit dude would do.
Yeah,
probably.
But she's probably making bank, dude. So more power to her.
More power, yeah, exactly. People are paying for it, so why not?
Oh yeah, man.
God.
Weird people, but
I'd see the shit about that is like I just don't understand how you like approach that with your family.
What?
My family said they'd be okay with it.
Like, I don't know if I could be like, yo, Dad, like, about to start showing my butthole online. Like, you cool with that, Pumps? Like, I don't know. Wow.
I told my parents that I was probably going to start one, and they were like, oh, you should do it. I'm like, okay.
What? You were like at dinner, like, I'm thinking about starting OnlyFans.
Well, I don't really talk to my parents too much. I mean, I work with my dad, but I don't really talk to them too much. But I was just like, would you be cool with me, like, maybe selling some nudes online? They were like, it's your body, not mine. Like,
those are some good parents.
I feel like your parents were just like, oh.
No. They were like,
how do I get out of this one?
Right.
They're like, hey, whatever you want to do. Like,
hell
yeah. You're a grown
really
woman.
Like,
we can't really stop you.
Yeah. I'm 25. Like, they can't do much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, at least get paid for it.
Your facts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think I could do it. I don't know if that's like my Midwestern personality where I'm just too humble, or I don't know. I just can't. I just couldn't comprehend doing that. Like, I don't know.
My girlfriend keeps telling me to do it. She's like, these bills got to be paid somehow.
For you to do it?
Yeah,
for you to just shake your thing?
Yeah, shake my thing on the internet.
Nice.
Maybe just or some like borderline stuff where it's like it's a close up on the pants and I've got like my erect cock. You know, the clothing's still over it, so it's a little. You know, I'm not fully doing nude stuff, but it's there. Like know what's going on. Semi-nude, yeah.
I wouldn't pay for that, but
you know, where girls like they show you can see their nipples poking through the shirt. It would be me, but it would be my cock, and it would be my pants. And
why do you keep saying cack like that? What the fuck?
And it would be my cock, and it would. You see the outline of
he keeps on like pausing after he says cack. He's like, my cock.
Yeah.
And he just like makes
the veins and everything.
Oh god.
I would pay for that.
You should have
$15.
Where's Waldo?
Tasteful
dude. Like a penis somewhere on the Where's Waldo machine.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. Maybe we'll get that going.
Yeah, dude. Start.
We've been saying for a while that we should have just a communal OnlyFans account for all of us to post things. So I mean, maybe we should start this.
Get a bunch of
penis. Guess the crotch.
You could the crotch. You could absolutely convince me that Reed's already posted shit online.
No,
he got his moment of TikTok fame, and he's like, dude, I just got to start showing these balls, and he just starts his OnlyFans.
That's every single comment on Reed's TikToks. Every single comment on Reed's TikToks say, "Where are your balls? Why can't I see those balls?" So yeah, I could definitely see him doing something.
This is scary because the only people that use TikToks are like 16 years old. So he's probably getting solicited.
Reed is 25 years old, so we're lying.
He should not be on there.
Apparently, my dad uses TikTok.
Oh god!
Oh no!
We tried to get my brothers. We were having a Father's Day thing today. And my dad was like, "So, Jared, what's your TikTok?" I'm like, "Oh my god, is this real? Like, are you really asking Jared for his TikTok right now?" And he's like, "I don't really use that, Dad." Oh, okay.
Oh my god. I need some credibility
pretty cool.
before I get these nudes for these teenage girls.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok, bud?
Every single time I try to see Parents Connect, I think of the when Randy Marsh comes out with the real guitar during the Guitar Hero South Park episode, and he fucking shreds a guitar. He's like, "Dad, that's just kind of gay." He's like, "Oh," no. Just like walks away.
Oh my god!
God damn it!
I wonder if my dad has some good TikToks, like him. Like,
dude, I bet he's got some bangers.
I wonder if your dad has an OnlyFans.
Maybe.
Yeah, can get the link to that.
Gotta pay the bills somehow.
Absolutely. Living that LA lifestyle, bro.
What if his new wife wanted, like, she got off on your dad and her posting OnlyFans videos?
Possibly. Like, you got an OnlyFans, I got an OnlyFans. We're, like, way older than most of the people on this. We should get together.
So on Tom Segura's podcast, they talk about OnlyFans a lot. And they had a really, I think she's 66, and she lives in New Orleans.
Hell yeah.
And her whole OnlyFans account is her banging fans of her OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a legend.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you want to post that link?
Dude,
That's terrible.
they did the math on it, and the subscribers that are on her account, she makes like $26,000 a month.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, you want to post that link, bro?
Dude, hold on, let me find it.
Making $26,015 a month.
That's pretty impressive.
And you just have to
And
have sex.
Does she look like 66 or does she look like young?
Oh yeah, she's your grandma. She'll bring you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They were trying to get one of the dudes on the podcast to go bang her, but she only bangs people in New Orleans. She doesn't want anybody flying into New Orleans to come bang.
Oh, well,
That's responsible.
I mean, to be fair, that's how you get like killed. I feel like.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Well,
Where in New Orleans does she live? Do we know?
No, I mean New Orleans. I don't know.
New Orleans is big.
Yeah.
South New Orleans, North New
I lived there for 4 years. I can tell you.
You
this
lived
place
in New
is fucking
Orleans?
big. Yeah, for 4 years.
Did you like it?
No, I hated it.
Yeah.
I went to school.
I
there.
hate Louisiana. It's the worst. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
went to Tulane, didn't you?
I went to Tulane. Yeah.
Okay, sorry I said that. But
No, I'm very open about where I went to school.
okay, sorry. Well,
No, you're all good.
yeah, I actually did an internship in Baton Rouge, and we would go down to New Orleans a lot, and yeah, I fucking hated it too. So
Yeah, if you include like Kenner and like what is the other one, like Gretna, like underneath like the city itself, it's like there's like a bridge that connects it. It's pretty big.
But
Maybe that's where she
it's
lives.
all bad.
No, I lived in Uptown. That place was great.
Oh wow.
was Tulane fun? I imagine it would be a lot of fun.
I don't party. I was in a sorority, but I don't really go out much. But I did have some experiences there for sure. And I did Mardi Gras for 5 years. So that was kind of
Hell yeah.
fun. But
I feel like that's the only like redeeming quality of New Orleans.
yeah, a lot of drinking though. And I don't really drink. So like I was just always just kind of like in my bedroom, just like playing games. And all my friends would be like, we're going out. And I'm like, no, we're not.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be so distracting.
Mm.
I don't think I could live in New Orleans in college. I feel like I would just be drunk in the gutter every weekend.
Bro, but we fucking live in Athens. Are you kidding?
Exactly. The second that came out of my mouth, I mean, I was drunk in the.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I got arrested in that city, Hunter.
I remember that. Your dad was pissed about that.
Yeah,
having to drive.
because yeah, I got arrested for public
Her name is-
intoxication.
Her name is Terry Town Gal. She is 68-year-old. All right, her bio is 68-year-old gilf with an adult disabled son I care for and support. Oh, jeez.
What's her name?
Terry Town Gal. Oh, wow. Look at her. Oh, I'm seeing her
Yeah.
boobs. I'm seeing
She's got some-
everything.
got some-
Wow.
Wow.
Big milkers.
Oh, my God.
If you want to say it.
Oh,
She's
wow.
killing it.
Oh, my God.
I love
Hell
making
yeah.
videos and really love being naked. I hope to get lots of subscribers, and you can also,
That is a grandma. Wow.
yeah.
Good for her.
So she kind of just specializes in just making videos of her banging people in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
It got a lot sadder when it started to become about like her taking care of her son.
Yeah. I wish I didn't read that part. But
Like I'm glad she's
I
successful.
think she's on
at
Twitter
it.
too. I'm gonna go follow her on
I'm
She's
Twitter.
a Cash App.
I'm looking at her Twitter right now. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't hold anything back.
I'm glad she's taking care of her son, and I'm glad she's being taken care of. That's very nice.
She makes more money than all of us put together. So
Oh, wow. That's a video.
The second one, Ryan?
Dude,
I don't know, man.
Naz's face. She just found something.
That's a penis.
Oh, there you go.
nice.
Oh, this is. I'm fucking following her. I don't care.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody listening, throw at Terry Town Gal.
Absolutely.
And, if you're into old ladies and some big old milkers, go ahead
In
and
the New Orleans area, you can get yourself a night.
yeah. And if you're in the New Orleans area and you want Grandma to make you some cookies,
She's
Yeah.
killing the game.
You can have
Fuck
Granny.
yeah.
Granny will give you your own Mardi Gras. So
Your own personal
You
Mardi Gras.
explode all over. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, Jesus Christ.
This is beautiful. It
See,
just
I'm so intrigued.
for the audio listeners, we're not showing this on the
No,
screen.
you're not going to see
You're not
this.
missing
No.
out. Don't
We're
worry.
only describing it.
Yeah.
No, every single one has like a screen share on, and we're all showing the Twitter.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Banned from YouTube tonight.
Yeah, let's
Only
get it.
$13. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
So
Check
you're
that one
telling me
out.
I could live in New Orleans and for $13 I can go have sex with this woman?
I mean,
don't
you
think
probably
it's
have
like
to talk to
that.
her a little bit. It's probably not
Yeah.
that easy.
I think she only bangs her like devoted fans. I don't think you can just pay someone $13 to come bang them.
Yeah. She's not a prostitute, Tommy.
Yeah,
That
Jesus
would be
Christ.
illegal.
Right?
Actually,
Yeah,
prostitute's illegal.
yeah. I'm the ridiculous one here. Excuse me. Yeah.
I think Mia Khalifa got in some hot water for doing something like that, where she took the virginity of someone that watched all of her videos or something. She made a video of taking some dude's virginity. I don't know.
But that one was interesting for her.
How did we get to this point? Was that a headline?
I don't know, but I think it's a good segue into, if you could bang one porn star, who would it be?
Hmm.
Oh, I've got to remember her name. Fuck. It's been a minute.
I'm saying Asa Akira all day long.
Ugh.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Ugh!
Ugh.
Why is
Ugh!
that?
Ugh.
Wow. That was the first porn star I ever jerked off to. So I feel like it would be a very like sentimental moment.
How do you remember that? How
That's
is
How do you not remember
I
that?
legitimately remember the very first porn I've ever seen in my life. Like the very image.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Mine was this girl we just looked at, the old lady.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
My first time seeing it.
Back when she was like 56, you were looking at her pictures. Right?
No, like right now, this was my first time.
You
ever
just
seeing
jerked off for
pornography.
the first time right now.
No, I didn't jerk off. It was
Oh.
the first pornography.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
I just assume this is what it's all like.
Who's the
Yeah.
porn star that streams on Twitch now? I forget.
Which one? I mean, okay.
Adriana
Was that?
Chechnik.
No,
No.
are you talking about the blonde Mia Malkova?
No.
Are there a lot of porn stars on
She's a-
Twitch now?
Yeah, there's a
They all
decent
moved to
bit.
Twitch. What are you talking about?
Are you Mia Khalifa?
No. S name.
Gray.
Sasha Grey.
Oh yeah, Sasha Grey. That's the one.
Yeah,
yes.
but she quit a while ago because she went into she made a few movies.
Yeah.
Like actual, like not saying adult films aren't movies, but like Hollywood movies.
Wow.
Like yeah.
Not
But
like
she's actually like watching her channel. She was incredibly boring. I was like, this person.
Yeah,
has
people
nothing
only
going
jerk
on.
off to them.
It's like
Yeah.
all right. That,
Dude,
that-
when Adriana
that's a little
Chechnik
bit of a
streams,
that's a
she's
little
literally
bit of
just
a,
eating lunch.
that's a little bit of a blanket statement, Kaylin. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
But yeah,
but
so, like,
I'm not entirely wrong.
It was just interesting
No, you're
to
not.
find out that they have like no personality at all, or like I guess most of them don't. Like watching them on Twitch, it's like, yeah.
I mean, they're just
nothing going
people,
on.
dude. Like they're just
Like, it's fair, yeah. It's just people. Just
They're
I
just-
don't
they're
watch
just
Tommy
paying their bills.
stream for the content.
You think
Yeah.
you'd have to be like I don't know. For me, I thought they'd be a little more like different from other people because they went into that industry, but apparently they're just like normal everyday people.
I mean, if
Just
they've already
wanted to
got a following
It's
on
weird.
Twitch, they've probably been in the business for 10 years and they've met their fans. So I'm
do that. That's
assuming,
fair. Yeah.
like, their fans aren't exactly probably coming to those conventions for intellectual conversations. Not,
That's-
It
not
fucking,
That's fair.
I've been watching like a lot of Barstool stuff on YouTube recently, and I mean, Asa Akira just worked in the office for a couple years. You just see YouTube videos of her just being a normal person. You wouldn't think she's a porn star in those videos. It's crazy.
I mean, porn stars are normal people, though. For the,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
that
that's
makes
majority.
sense. That
it is
follows.
it
But
is
it's
a bit
always
of an
gonna be, like, a
extreme
little, like,
seeing your
tweak, you know?
waitress and then being like, oh, I just saw her getting double teamed online. Like, that's a little bit of an extreme, like, reality change.
Maybe if you're a narc.
Yeah. Sorry, maybe I'm just a simp. I don't know, man.
Probably.
Big simping over here.
Yeah.
Where
All right,
where
well,
are we? Like, what's going on here?
I guess we can move on to the next topic. I'll be the only one that tells my star. I'll be an Oslo.
Yeah, whatever.
Lena Paul. Lena Paul would be for me.
Like,
Ashley Albin for me.
they have to be interesting in order for me to want to fuck them. So
Naz, now you have to say yours.
Or
I don't
Hillary
watch
Clinton.
porn. If there's like a hentai checklist, I got you. But
Wow.
Who's your favorite hentai porn star?
Yeah, what's your...
I don't really think they overlap, but
See, that's the crossover we need.
The real anime cross.
Yeah.
just like have like one like animated girl who just like goes through like a ton of like that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
You're
it's like
telling
that
me that
girl
wouldn't be
on
like the
Reddit.
most popular thing on Reddit for like an entire week? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, fucking, it's like Chloe, the
Sir
Dude,
Graffo.
what is that? I see that on the front page every day, and I have no idea what it is.
Sir Graffo used to makes all these little comics, and he's huge on Reddit. He used to make like a RimWorld comic. Well, he decided he wanted to start trying to draw hentai, so he's like, well, I gotta have a hentai girl. And so he drew Chloe. And so it's just him practicing each week, taking submissions from, or each day, taking submissions from chat on different cosplays and things for her.
He's getting good. She looks good.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
I wish I could draw like that.
It's just one man's dream to hopefully make a Patreon for your hentai art at some point, and then you get paid tens of thousands of dollars.
That's the true big brain play. Like, you're born with the wrong equipment, you got to make it yourself.
Absolutely.
Find your way to mold your space into there.
That's the American dream.
There's furry artists out there that draw furry shitting on each other that easily makes about probably close to $1,000 from that one submission.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
that's the move right there.
People make bank off of commissions. It's disgusting. Like, just how much money they make. Feel free to poop on or whatever you want to do as long as it's consensual. Just, god damn.
All right, should we do one more topic and then get Ryan out of here?
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
All right.
NASCAR banning the Confederate flag or Pokemon Snap? Which one's more fun?
Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap sounds way more fun.
All right,
Pokemon Snap banning the Confederate flag. Wait a minute.
Oh, Nintendo banned
That's my childhood. Don't they understand it's my heritage?
My freedom.
freedom.
But
That's pretty exciting. It was out of the blue. There was no no warning or anything. It just came out of nowhere that they're going to do Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo Switch.
And when is it coming out?
I don't think there's a release date. I think we probably won't see it for like 2 years, honestly.
Whenever it's done, that's when it's coming out.
Do you think they're going to go overboard with the motion controls now that?
That's what I was thinking. I'm surprised they didn't do one for the Wii U. Like, you would think that would have been the perfect one, but I guess the Switch works too.
yeah.
Yeah, you think like
So this is the first remake?
Stuff, like on your own?
First thing since the Nintendo 64.
I don't think it's a remake. I think it's a brand new game.
Yeah, it's a brand.
Yeah, they're just doing the
It's called
Nintendo.
New Pokemon
Yeah,
Snap.
they're doing the Nintendo way of naming things, where you just name it the same exact thing with no change at all.
New in front of it.
Yep.
Just to make everyone's life a little bit more difficult.
Those Nintendo DSs were so fucking confusing. All their titles and stuff.
That's fair. But
I have the Nintendo 3DS, and I'm still not sure it's like the latest Nintendo DS.
I have the oldest Nintendo DS.
Me too.
Yeah,
I got the Mario Kart
Silver
one.
brick. That
Yeah,
Tommy
like that
Long
fucking
with
like the
pilots
thick
under
like
the
silver
bleachers.
brick one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the white DS Lite, the one that was like you could have a web browser, but you had to literally insert a cartridge to use the web.
Yeah, you
browser.
had money.
Yeah.
Like if you had that like DS Lite, like you had money.
Yeah.
I had
And
that
then
old
they came
chunky brick one.
Yeah,
My parents were like,
dude.
"It's not broken. You're not getting a new one." I'm like,
No,
what
we can't have it. Yeah, that was my first DS though, so it wasn't like I had the other one and upgraded. It was just like I got here at the right time to have this thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
did too.
It's like fuck you. It's like-
I vividly.
I bought a DS Lite when I got older, like a few years ago, and I was playing Animal Crossing like 3 years ago on it.
Nice.
I still need to
That
do
was the
something
best
with my
Animal
Switch.
Crossing, by the way. The DS.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh
I
yeah,
put a lot of hours into that game.
Yeah.
I put a lot of hours into the new one. Fuck,
My girlfriend's
good.
obsessed with it. She can't stop playing it.
Oh my.
I played every day. I always buy new
Nice.
clothes and change my outfit. It's so fun,
Yeah.
Nice.
Aw, that sounds fun.
right?
Yeah. It's, I feel like everyone else gets way more enjoyment out of that game. Than
Yeah,
I do.
that
Playing-
literally
Yeah.
just sounds
I
like
get so
so
frustrated
stressful
with
to
the
me
one-
to play right now, dude.
Like I can't.
She plays it every day. She does the
fish.
same thing.
And everyone else is like, I'm building a tea party, and I'm like, what the? Like, please, how do you do this? Do you
I'm fucking around digging holes, and then like I realize it's halfway through the day, so I scramble to scream and run and talk to everyone I can that day, and it just becomes like an anxiety-filled nightmare. Yeah, it's great.
That sounds like Stardew
terrible.
Valley.
Yeah, it's terrible for people that can't relax, but it's great for people that just bullshit all day. It's like
I'm sitting here like, if I don't talk to this mayor at like 11:52, this whole day is fucked.
exactly. I've done all this stuff, but it's all this on this one moment.
I don't Tom no so much fucking money.
Right, if I can't pay off my house today, I won't min-max the house upgrades.
He's fucking
My
me,
friend
babe.
made like $10 million, like 10 million bells in that game, and just gave me half. And like every time I need more bells, he's just like, "Oh, okay, here's a couple million." So I have a sugar daddy on there. I'm good.
Wow.
There's a guy.
Are you the one that sold the nude for the bells?
Yeah, that was
The
me.
story that got big on Reddit for the what was
I
it?
thought
It
was
was like a
she
blowjob or something for
yeah,
for
she
bells?
sucked his dick for 5 million bells. I won.
There's literally a man on
legend.
Twitter that's like any girl that can prove they're a girl, I'll give you like I have all this gold, I have all these bells, and like if you could prove that you're a girl and like send me a video of you and your voice or whatever, like I'll come to your town and give you all this gold, and he'll set it aside in his town and like bring it to your town later, and like it literally he's like I'll simp only for e-girls, like I can only like if you. It's the weirdest Twitter account I've ever seen, but it's just him going around giving girls. Like,
He's playing the game, David.
Right.
He's
I
winning
don't
right
get it.
now.
Right.
He's winning, yeah. You don't know it, but he's
Look at
winning.
his friends' codes. He's like,
Look at all these friend codes I got.
Look at all these e
More than any of you guys.
This is my Animal Crossing harem. These are all my
Yeah.
e-girls.
They all love me.
Can you
I wonder
just
if he,
like
like,
cheat bells in that game?
I wonder if you can. He probably dupes and then like just uses that to get clout. But like, it was so weird. He showed up on one of the esports girls that I watch on Twitch, Miss Harvey. She's cool. Anyways, but he showed up on in her like chat for some reason. Was just like, "Hey, you want some bells?" And then just like I looked at his account and I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's just. It's like,
You're looking for some bells too.
I was like, "How do I get
Dirty
these bells?"
dog.
It's like,
Wow.
Come on.
David's got the wig in his hand already.
I was just
He's
upset
ready,
that I couldn't
bro.
have any. You know, what about e-boys? You know.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I think we got to let Ryan go. Ryan,
Yeah, I gotta skedaddle.
Get out of
Go study
here.
for your
Yeah.
test, you fucking nerd.
Yeah, nerd.
Yes. It was a fun one. It was nice to meet you, Nats.
Nice to meet you.
See you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Now that dweeb's gone, we can actually start with the
God, I
real
was
show.
so tired of that guy.
Oh Lord.
Oh, I hope him
Um,
leaving the Zencaster didn't just completely ruin his audio, so that'll be interesting to find that development.
Oh my God, that would be terrible.
I mean, we have the
We'll
Discord
always have
audio,
the
worst
Discord.
case scenario, so
Yeah.
classic. Every week, just something else decides to just shit its pants. It's super fun.
Yeah. Well, what else do we have to talk about? Should we talk about NASCAR banning?
I feel
I
like
think that's the funniest thing to me. That's like, like they, I don't know why, but they literally, I think they did some like support of the like LGBTQ community, and then they also made it so that you can't have any gun sponsors on your car, so no like Browning or whatever and stuff like that. Like you literally can't get any gun sponsors in the NASCAR, and then they banned the Confederate flag. So it was like the opposite of their entire like viewer base is apparently what they're going for.
Yeah, is NASCAR shooting themselves in the foot here?
no.
I don't know.
So
Like,
what it literally is you know how like Walmart and all these places are like essential workers. You guys are the heroes, but they're doing nothing substantially on the back end. It's all just surface level like capitalism. That's what this is. It's just NASCAR being shitty for so many years, and they're like, we can literally do the bare minimum here, and our PR goes insane. Just do it. Okay, cool. What, 15 rednecks are going to be pissed each event? Like, they don't give a shit.
I don't know. I think it's more than 15 regnant. Like you literally can't wear anything that contains the Confederate battle, like the rebel flag, like anywhere. Like you just cannot have it at the event. Like if you show up with Confederate anything, you're out. You know, so it's like,
How strict are they going to be about
Depends
that?
on
though?
venue.
It's not like
That's
they're
true.
banning camo. Like, they're fine.
So, like, I mean, how is this going to hurt them? It probably isn't going to hurt them very much because where's the people
they're too
that
big to fail.
want to go are
Right.
going to go to these loud motorsport events. They're not going to go to an F1 because of those damn libtard Europeans are in it. Like NASCAR has their audience.
That's
Dude,
fair.
it also costs so much fucking money to go to those F1.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 of them that happen in the U.S. Like,
Though there's one in Austin. It's one of the only courses in the U.S. We looked at tickets once.
You need to get closer
Dad.
to your microphone. You're cutting out, Hunter.
yep, your facts.
Amateur.
My girlfriend's dad. It's fine on my end, you guys. My girlfriend's dad is recording or really into the F1 stuff, so we tried to get tickets for it one year, and it was like thousands of dollars per ticket. It's insane.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm falling. I just don't understand. Granted, I'm a sports guy. I just don't understand what's so hype about like cars going in a circle. Like maybe
So
that's a dumb question.
It's a tailgate, Tommy. It's a tailgate.
So it's just
with
an excuse to drink.
Right.
And then some crash happens, and then they get all pumped about it. But it's a tailgate.
You only have to pay attention once every 10 minutes because the standings don't change very often. So you're kind of just like, yeah, I'll show up and look at it. And like, he's still in front. All right, great. It's like, that's basically
You get really drunk and you talk about how much you love the.
You just the Discord just cut that entire sentence out of what you were saying.
You get really drunk and that's it.
And you talk about how much you love the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
Right. Except
Again, they're not banning camo here, so they're safe. Like,
it's like that would be the equivalent of like banning Bud Light at the event. Like you couldn't drink a Budweiser at the NASCAR.
yeah, no Anheuser-Busch products here.
Right. But
it's going to be interesting, though. I do think it is kind of like, I just don't know what is NASCAR's move here, because it feels like NASCAR has kind of historically been really prominent in the South,
right.
And there's always been kind of a culture of that kind of people kind of surrounding the whole thing.
But yeah, because it started with the moonshiners.
From it. Like, no, there's no liberals that are like, oh, I better go see a NASCAR event. Because
is that the plan, though? Is the plan to break into the liberal market?
I feel like that's
with
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Like, what else are you doing with that? Like, no one's like petitioning for NASCAR to be closed right now. They're like, are they like pre-gaming for like the eventual battle? Like, we're on this side. Like,
again, this is not Berkshire CBD, folks. Berkshire.
Like,
CBD.
I don't know. Like, I feel like what other strategy do they have? Are they're just trying to get liberal viewers? Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird to me. Like the PGA.
You can hardly get me to watch a baseball game. You think I'm gonna watch fucking NASCAR, dude?
They are very long.
Yeah, it's 200 laps, right? Like, isn't that like the normal kind of?
I mean, the Indy 500 is 500 laps.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's 500 miles.
500
Is it not a mile per lap?
No.
No.
So it's like 200 or 250.
Did you see how confident I was and how completely? Yeah,
just throwing it out there. Like,
yeah. That's how fake news spreads, folks. But
easy.
and that's why Joe Rogan's kind of in. Joe Rogan. I'm not even kidding you.
Absolutely cut off the entire.
Your Discord audience.
Now-
Is gone.
Don't let me railroad this. Keep talking.
No worries.
No, what about Joe Biden?
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I thought you said Joe Biden. Fuck.
Very different people.
It's
Very
basically
different
the
people.
same person.
Right,
But,
of course.
I don't even know what I was really talking about anymore.
Yeah.
But no, Joe Rogan got on his podcast, and you guys remember the World Health Organization employee that came out and said that coronavirus spread through asymptomatic carriers is very rare, and then 2 days later, Anthony Fauci was like, "What the fuck? That's completely wrong. 40% of cases are spread through asymptomatic carriers. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Well, Joe Rogan got on his podcast and started, practically everybody in the country took that to heart, and Joe Rogan was one of the ones that also said this. That, why are we still closed if this is the case? And then he started talking about government controlling everything we do and shit like that. And then on a recent episode, he called people that wear masks pussies.
Jesus.
And it's just like, bro, you have 100 million people listening.
Right.
You can't do that. Like,
That's pretty crazy.
You have to have some sort of. I know what you're trying to say. I can't think of the word. Accountability for what you say with that big of an audience.
Which he likes to dismiss his accountability because he says he's a comedian and, you should just take everything he says as being a joke in a sense or something. You know, most of what he says isn't serious, but I mean, I don't know, man. I think he's pretty much just Oprah for dudes now.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody listened to fucking everything Oprah said. So you got to kind of, you know, right. there is a certain amount of responsibility that having 100 million people listening to everything you say.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Doge.
Look at that pup. Look at that pup.
Oh.
He was at the vet all day, so he's depressed and sick.
Oh.
Yeah. Probably just woke up. You good?
He looks like a little diva.
I know, he's so cute.
Is he a blue healer? That's way too small for a blue healer.
No, he's a mini Aussie Papillon Chihuahua mix.
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. Yeah, I rescued him like 4.5 years ago.
Oh.
And then I turned him into a service dog, and now he's a full-blown service dog.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Man, I wish Georgia healthcare would like give a shit about anyone that has any kind of like condition.
That sounds like everyone's healthcare, to be honest with you.
No, but state by state, it just depends on like how much freedom they give for like what constitutes a service dog, what constitutes like getting a medical marijuana card and all that stuff. Like in Georgia, you legitimately, like if you're not dying, you're not getting a medical marijuana card.
That's fair.
Do we even have a medical marijuana program in Georgia?
Yeah, it started like 3 years ago, and again, you have to be like basically like dying on a bed, like a hospital bed.
You probably have to be like a Vietnam vet to like.
I think Florida is pretty much just giving out cards to everybody. I think, yeah, Florida doesn't give a shit. I think Oklahoma's where they're practically everybody has a medical card, but you know, it's kind of the same shit with the ending of Prohibition. With they were handing out whiskey medical cards by the end of Prohibition, so it's
that's fair. Yeah,
you know, it's the same shit.
Yeah,
it's weird over here
qualified
because...
I've qualified on like 4 counts for my medical card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like 4 counts of it, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, you don't even like, you're all good." I got it like the day I applied. So
hell yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's weird in Rhode Island because Massachusetts has like completely legalized it. So you can go up to Massachusetts and smoke, and then come back down to Rhode Island high, and there's nothing they can do about it. They're just like it's like Rhode Island literally is an hour from top to bottom, like drive. So you could be anywhere in Rhode Island and just like go over to Massachusetts and be like, well, getting high, and then coming back. It's like, and they literally can't say shit to you. It's like it's
coming back.
Like, but somehow our politicians decided to not legalize it because we don't want any of that tax money. Also, our governor apparently. I've heard that her husband runs most of the medical card dispensaries in Rhode Island, like literally like owns all of them. So there's some level of like, if she legalizes it, she stops making money. So it's kind of like a conflict of interest somehow, but
no, that's not how it works. The amount of people that would try weed because it's legal is completely no.
Like she personally won't make money because her husband owns the legal dispensaries right now. And so if everyone's in the game, then there's no way. You know,
in Illinois, like when they legalized it, like the amount of medical cards like went up exponentially.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think there's still a utility in the medical cards, even with recreational states.
Well, and I'm sure they would
cheaper.
Well, I'm sure they put in some kind of like program.
There are limits. I can't remember the exact amounts, but in Illinois, where I could just cross a river, there's limits. I mean, you can only buy 4 edibles and so many grams or something.
Oh, if you're non-medical, yeah.
Yeah, recreationally.
I was gonna say like.
She like opens the drywall. There's just like weed in the wall.
I have an entire cabinet, and it's like it's a whole thing. Like,
hell yeah!
Also, can I say what a shit show Illinois is as far as tolls go? So I had
fuck Illinois tolls. Yeah,
you gotta get an I-pass, or else you're not gonna survive here.
I know. So I flew into Chicago with the understanding of renting a car. I got a swaggy little rental car, mind you, and then rental car down to where I live. And my God, I've racked up like $18 worth of tolls It's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
My company pays for the iPass, so like, because I drive a lot, so I always have to use the tollway, so they have to like pay for it instead.
What a kick in the dick is that the rental guy said, "Would you like to have a pass for today?" And I was like, "For $8? No." So I went through, and because of the COVID stuff, all the toll booths are shut down, so it's iPass or pay online.
Mhm.
So I was just racking up this cash and just trying to keep a mental count of it. And then once I finally got home, I tried to pay for my tolls, and I can't do it because I need to either get an invoice, which the car is a rental, so the invoice isn't going to come to me. But I'm sure the rental car company is going to keep track of that, or search by the plate, which I do have the plate number, but I can only search by plate after like 8 days. So I have to remember that I have to remember to pay this in 7 more days.
That's amazing.
It's not as shady as what Florida does. Florida's got the Sunshine Pass. And straight up in Florida, you could take the toll, but they take a goddamn picture of your license plate, and then they'll fucking mail you a bill for $2.50 wherever you live.
Yeah.
Yep. Texas does that too.
Everyone does that. Like everyone's doing that right now.
But it was just so predatory. I would get out of O'Hare and start on my way, turn first exit, toll booth 1 mile. Just right when I get on the highway, toll booth 1 mile. I'll take another, go from interstate to interstate, toll booth 1 mile. It's just like, oh. But at least I didn't have to stop. But
does Illinois have a state tax?
I don't know. I don't live there.
I live there. I don't know.
I think a lot of states that don't have state tax use tolls to kind of make up for it, because that's what Texas and Florida definitely
What's a
fucking
state
do.
tax?
Like you pay your income tax, and then you pay your state tax.
I don't think I have state tax.
Does
Do you
Georgia
just
have that?
pay like? Yeah, Georgia has a.
Well, yeah, state tax. Yeah, Rhode Island does a state tax as well, in addition to the federal income tax. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But
really pay
a lot
attention.
of
I get direct deposit.
Oh, this is paying your taxes.
Yeah.
I have my guy do it. I have like a
Yeah.
I have a guy who does it.
I have my accountant, my Swiss
Yeah,
bank
like-
accountant.
I go to like an accounting office and I just give him all the stuff and he does it.
I'm fully expecting Hunter and Naz to start talking about like the sauna that they both ordered at this point.
Oh my god.
The what?
Oh,
Do you own a sauna?
this
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Hunter bought a sauna online, and
He's just been flexing on us.
It's
for
something
weeks.
that we have to talk about every episode, evidently.
He's on a different plane of existence now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a fucking sauna?
Well, there's just when you're in the 1% maintain status, I would say. So like I have to buy all these Gucci, buy some. Have to
Is
buy
anyone else
cars.
cutting? Like I can't hear a damn thing he's fucking saying.
Hunter, go to your settings. Go to your settings. Take your volume sensitivity.
I'm not going to do anything. You're going to just listen to me.
Oh,
We can't fucking listen to you if we can't hear you. What the fuck is
I
that?
buy expensive things because I am in the 1%. That's pretty much all you should know. But I'm not trying to flex or anything, but it's just part of who I am.
He used the money he was given to buy it.
Yeah, I use my Trump bucks to buy nice things.
There you go. Good
But also, I hate Illinois because it's a shit show, and like every one of their governors goes to jail. The end.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we got some
tolls
people here.
aggravating
We got an interesting place here.
We should ask
Yeah.
every.
I grew up here, but I've lived in other places a lot too, and it's like Illinois is probably the worst.
I don't know. I think New Orleans is pretty fucking corrupt.
Yes, but it was like the chillest fucking place I've ever lived.
It's
Like
also
it was
like
chill
a
as all.
fifth the size.
Yeah.
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 Baton
I lived in
Rouge is
Denver
I
too,
think Rhode
though.
Island is
Fucking
the most
horrible.
They're pretty
corrupt state,
chill.
or at least was. We used to literally have our own mafia that was separate from any other mafia. It was just the whole state was run by the mafia. It's great.
Pretty
But no
sure
one
Chicago
cares
was
about
run by the
Rhode
mafia
Island.
at some point too.
That's fair enough, actually. Yeah,
Chicago is like the birthplace of the mafia.
Yeah, like wait.
that's true, actually.
One of my favorite
Yeah.
stories is not Katrina, but what happened when a bunch of people evacuated New Orleans. All the gangs from New Orleans found themselves in Houston, and apparently they just kicked Houston's gangs' asses. Like they legitimately took over all of Houston for the duration until what's it called was built back. New Orleans was built back. So I don't know. It's just funny to me that
They're still not 100% built back. It's
Yeah.
fucking
No.
going down there. Like if you go to like the 9th ward, you still see like hurricane symbols on people's houses and things.
Oh yeah,
It's
you'll
really
still
good.
see the water line on people's houses.
Yeah, like on the boards and stuff. There's like, it's bad.
like
It's
I think on
Bad.
average we're losing like a football field of coastline like every day in Louisiana. I think is what they say.
I talked about this, and it's a football field of landmass every 100 minutes in New Orleans.
Wow.
This
And,
city's not going to exist in like 100 years. For
No.
sure.
It's not going to exist.
No.
So when I was down there,
Perfectly carved out Louisiana, Mississippi.
we just need to. Somebody needs to give all those people money to move because they're just.
Yeah.
Everyone in New Orleans needs to leave. We need to let
like
nature
when I
reclaim
lived
it.
there, the flooding was so fucked. Like I remember
Oh, yeah.
so many times I would like walk outside during a storm and I would have to take him on a walk and he would just sink. Like all of him is
Yeah.
just engulfed in water. I'm like, oh my God, okay. The amount of times that happened is like, because he can't swim for shit. So I'm like, oh no. So it was just like a fucking struggle whenever he had to go out and it was like raining. I'm like, oh no, here we go.
We would go on the weekends, and I mean, it would be times where it was just sprinkling, and you would see like manhole covers just fucking spewing out, like
That happens so much there.
Jeez.
so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I lived on a street that was always under construction. Like for like 2 years, it was under construction, and like during that time, the amount of shit that like floated to the surface and like came up to like the door, and I like lived pretty high up. It was so scary. I was like, this place is fucking dying.
This fucking place.
Last year when the Mississippi really flooded, my boss actually took a canoe to work, or a kayak to work. That he would get into the kayak in his garage, which was filled, I don't know, like 5 feet up or something like that.
Jesus.
And he would just kayak across the river. And
Oh my God.
I remember like there was like
He's
a
dead.
hurricane during there one time, and like fucking. I was still going to class because Tulane doesn't give a fuck about hurricanes, and they're like, no, still come to class. I remember having to drive there in a hurricane and then like having to drive home. It was just like, you can't drive there. Like your car gets like flooded. But like they didn't care. They were like, no, class is still here. I'm like,
That's insane.
To be fair, if you took like what a Midwestern school does in the middle of winter and you applied it down here in Georgia, people would literally like lose their fucking mind. Like people here, like if it flurries out, like they go out and they buy like milk and bread and they stock up because they're scared. And like businesses will shut down. Like if it flurries out, people are like, well, we're having a snow day. It's time to go home.
well, it's because like the South isn't really equipped for that type of thing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I
'Cause
think
a lot of
Atlanta
times-
has 2 snowplows.
yeah,
It's one.
Amazing.
Oh, it's
They have
one.
one.
like the pipes burst because like they can't handle it and they're not like built for it.
Right.
So you have to like run your water. Like that's what we had to do in New Orleans when it got too cold. We had to like run the water in all the faucets.
It's really exciting how equipped like we are in 2020 to handle like all of these disasters. It's really
Right.
reassuring.
I mean, in fairness, it's like you run into these issues like one day out of 900 days or something, where there's a genuine risk.
Yeah, but like
Because
2 inches
that-
of ice shut down the state of Georgia for like 4 days.
But the probability of that occurring is quite low. I mean, it's getting higher now for obvious reasons, but does that justify the cost? The hundreds of billion, whatever that number that doesn't mean anything to us.
I had to sleep
Does
in a
that
bowling
justify-
alley that night, Kalen. I had
Yeah,
to sleep
I know.
in a
You're
Stars
trained
and
to-
Strikes.
I know you did. You're
Because my sister didn't like to drive, so I had to go fucking pick her ass up in the middle of fucking ice hell 2016.
My God.
Oh, man.
Fucking Terry Towngal followed me on Twitter.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
you got your foot in the door now.
All right.
yeah, foot's in the
Already?
door.
Yo,
Oh,
she
yeah.
followed me too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Nice.
Amazing.
Dude, that just made my whole day. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is beautiful. These are relationships forming that'll last for the rest of our lives.
or at least the rest of her life.
Hunter, you should. Oh, boo!
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You
You should reach out to her, Hunter, see if she wants to go on the podcast.
Oh, that would be amazing,
Dude. I mean, they talk about her on Tom Segura's podcast, which is how I found her. So I'm sure she's yeah, I'm sure she gets a lot of messages like that.
Yeah, but you just have to sleep with her, Hunter. Like, you have to bite the bullet. Like,
I'm not from the New Orleans area.
You're that young hot.
I think my pizza's here. I'll be back.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
You're that hot young greasy boy that she needs in her life, Hunter. All right, guys. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for joining us, Naz. It was awesome having you on here.
Thank you.
Ryan unfortunately had to leave early because he's a nerd and does schoolwork. Boo. Naz, where would you like people to find you? Do you have anything to plug?
No, they don't need to find me. They can find me if they need to find me.
That's fair. Her link is going to be in the description, though, to Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Nazarator. So, you guys got it. Kalen.
Yep, my home address will be in the description.
Yeah.
My LinkedIn profile will be in the description.
Yeah. You can find me there most of the time.
I typically shower between 9 and 10 o'clock each night. If you guys just want to meander on in.
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
a night shower?
What's
Yeah,
no, hold on. Kaylin, wait, no. I am passionate about this. Who the hell wants to go to bed gross?
Who wants to go to work gross? Don't you get sweaty when you sleep?
Don't you get sweatier when you're working? How much are you sweating when you sleep?
I take like 3 showers a day, so I'm kind of on both sides.
Must be screaming.
See, that's the thing. I use exclusively organic bars of soap and exclusively organic shampoo. So
Only
take my
water.
I feel like the pro gamer move is to shower like after you get home from work, and then shower before you when you wake up before you go. To work.
How much time do you have in a day?
I don't actually.
How much time do you take to shower?
It's not the shower.
I don't do that myself, but that's the
prep.
play.
The prep and then aftercare.
What aftercare? Do you know how much I have to do for this beard, Kalen? You want to talk to me about? Okay.
Oh Lord. All right, we gotta get Naz to her pizza.
Yeah, Naz got a pizza waiting, but you can catch David. What do you want to plug, buddy?
Twitch.tv/TF Ocelot. I should be streaming more often.
Getting
on the bus. I got the green screen, got the camera, got everything good.
He's in space.
Yep, should be live once a week at least. So that'll be fun. And that's about it.
Hell yeah! And Hunter, what do you got?
Stream golf with friends sometimes. It's Simping on Twitch, and I do another podcast with my friend Botang called Botang and Hunter's No Name Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at BNH No Name Pod, and come check it out.
Hell yeah! And as always, you can catch me at twitch.tv/Captain Milne. And you'll check out, if for the audio listeners, you can find us on YouTube at The Brig. Or The Brig
Good
Plays.
luck, though, because it's not on that list when you search the
Yeah, you have to look up The Brig Plays, because there's like a weird music channel that does like anime covers that's got like Brig in their name. It's weird. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the SEO is not great on our channel.
It's cool. Don't worry. It's fine. We'll get there.
Also 100% already a podcast called The Captain Quarters that has thousands of views.
Oh, is there really?
So, there you go.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we just had to overtake them, and then they become ours. Easy. But you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, everyone.
Good night.
Love you.
Adios. Really big shout out to the Patreon supporters: KLSK1, Garrison Coley, TrueX23, Ziggy Storm, Senpai Gray, Lieutenant Dan, and Wheels OG. Thank you guys so much.